Welcome to the II Preview Show with me, Davey B and Dog Guesser. We're going to be previewing this evening's meeting at Doncaster, which is live on RPG TV. Let's get into the action. Race 1 is an A2 over 483 metres. Gemma's Cane in 1, Millcroft Magic in 2, Rosmalt Logan in 3, On the Way in 4, Jumeirah Rover in 5, and in 6, Ballymac McGrath. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
I'm with track 1, Gemma's Cane. There's a little bit of pace in the free box for it to sort of lead up. She led last week but got destroyed down the back by Ballymac Bondi. Now there's no not Ballymac Bondi, Rosanda Bondi. Sorry, there's no Rosanda Bondi in this. It's a little bit of a drop in class for her. I think she'll lead the 2 to the corner. I think there's every chance she could hold the 4 as well. Hold the 3 and the 4 as well. I'm not saying she's certain to, but I think she can come from behind the 3. The 5 sort of looks like a misbreak, early pace type of dog. And then it was staying on again off the run I've watched at Newcastle. I don't know enough about the 4 and the 5. The 6, just a steady 30-15 dog. But I just think if Gemma can hold the 2 to the corner and track the 3, I think she'd be too good here. I have her in like about 13 to 8-ish. I have the 4 next in, but yeah. Like I said, the 4 was running sort of A2 Newcastle and sort of just about breaking 29. It looked the better of the 2 Calvert runners, but yeah, I'm with Gemma's Cane.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 1 is trap 1, Gemma's Cane. Race 2 is an A3 over 483 metres. Players Luck in 1, Satanta in 2, For Granted in 3, Scala Gold in 4, Best Feature in 5, and Jumeirah Friend in 6. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
I have picked trap 6, Jumeirah Friend. Look, it's the 1's moving off the fence, so I can't have the 2. The 3's a little bit of a thinking dog, and I don't think it'll clear. The 4's desperate for further in. So for me, the 2 and the 3 are going to be meeting the sandwich. I wouldn't really want to play the 4 and the 1 from the wrong boxes, so I'm looking outside them and sort of playing the 5 and the 6. I think a 30-50 will win this type of race. The 5's done a 29 at Newcastle. From what I've seen of it, it's got a little bit of pace. But for me, it's a June 15, so that's why I steered away from that. I took a chance with the 6, which I think will be a bigger price. It's an August 18. It's got a 29.40 on its card, Newcastle. Its trials at Doncaster have not been anything great, but if it could find sort of 20, 30 spots off its trials, it'd have every chance. So yeah, I've gone with Jumeirah Friend, but again, it wouldn't be anything strong. I'd probably just like to perm the 5 and the 6.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 2 is trap 6, Jumeirah Friend. Race 3 is an A2 over 483 metres. Ferry Forth Fiona in 1, Sligo Ed in 2, Ballymac Scirocco in 3, Crackaway Express in 4, Nighttime Champ in 5, and in 6, Katie Kane. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
I'm with Katie Kane. The only doubt about this is that it's not been showing that it stays 483 to me, but this is a massive drop from running against Ballymac Chino, and them type of dogs. I just think it's going to go too far clear. The 1 run really poor last time. For me, it doesn't want the red either. It doesn't want the fence. The comments on the card, I don't know where they're getting them from. I think this is a genuine middle runner. So on that basis, I couldn't have the 2. The 3's probably going to lead the inside. But I just think the 6 is going to lead. The 3 will probably follow it round. And I just think it's going to go too far clear. I mean, Ballymac Scirocco was like a B3 dog over that trip. This is a genuine 27.95 dog, over that 450 trip. So I just think it's going to go too far clear. I had it in about 5 to 4-ish. But, you know, I mean, the one off its best form, that 27.85 over the 450 would be a big player, but it didn't look like it's going to do that off its last run. So, yeah, I'm with Katie Kane. I think there's no real pace in the race. It's going to lead. It's going to go clear. It might just get collared late home. I don't know. But, yeah, that'd be the one for me.
So Doncaster's selection in race 3 is trap 6, Katie Kane. Race 4 is a B3 over 450 metres. Fane Bjork in 1, Moneygall Lad in 2, Hunter's Missy in 3, Keedy King in 4, Rio Archer in 5, and in 6, Broadland Blaze. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
I'm napping Broadland Blaze. Look, the 5 wants the free box. It's going to cut in. The 4's only had the free trials, sort of done 28.40s, but it's drawn horrendously with the 5 outside it. What's got pace and it's going to cut in. The 6 has gone from running in, you know, real good B2s, like probably some of the best races that have been on of late over the 450 trip, to them running in a B3. The 2 might lead the 1 here, which would give that a squeak if it could get after the 6 and get clear. But look, the 6 is going to lead round. The 3 would be an interesting runner, sort of off the 29.70s Newcastle, but it looks like it's gone in a bit high. It was an A6 Newcastle dog. It's gone in a B3 here. I think the 6 is a good thing here. It's going to lead round. If it does sort of 28.20, 28.30, which it's more than capable of doing. I mean, it's got a 27.90, I think, on its card back at the beginning of January, but the going was really with it that day. But yeah, for me, I'm with Broadland Blaze. I think he's really well drawn. I think he's a class above. He's not run well for the last couple of starts, but anything like a return to form and he's a winner here. So yeah, Broadland Blaze is my nap.
So Doncaster's selection in race 4 is Broadland Blaze, and that's his nap. Race 5 is a B5 over 450 metres. Wanted Tara in 1, Jumeirah Grove in 2, Redrick Riley in 3, Barbershop in 4, Jumeirah Idol in 5, and in 6, Incredible V. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
I am with Wanted Tara. Now, she doesn't want the red. She wants the 3. The 5's got a nice makeup. It's an A7 Newcastle dog. Doesn't look like it stays a yard. Now, the 450 at Donny takes some getting, especially if there's been a bit of rain about or it's slow going. And it's a very short run to the corner, which it's not used to either. So I just thought the 1 would hold its pitch on the inside with being in red. But, I mean, it is going to move off. But I think it might just be able to force its way around. It's not a race I like. Yeah, there's not much else I can say about the race, to be honest. Like, I mean, the 2's interesting, but, you know, very badly drawn. It's got a 467 split on its card at Newcastle, a 29.60 odd, you know, and it run well in an A6 up there, but it looks boxed up for me, and its form since that has taken a bit of a dip, even towards its back end of its time at Newcastle. So, yeah, and we wanted Tara, but there's no real strong selection on the race.
So Doncaster's selection in race 5 is trap 1, Wanted Tara. Race 6 is a D3 over 275 metres. Kingsmill Coyote in 1, Millcroft Olivia in 2, Alchemist Duke in 3, Washing Bell in 4, Time Limit in 5, and in 6, Pidgeotall. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
I'm with Kingsmill Coyote. Look, the 1 and the 2 have faced each other a couple of times. Both times they've been the wrong way round. This time, Coyote's finally got his box. He's got more early pace than the 2. He's got a dream draw on the fence. Like the 2, I thought the last time they met, the 2 run all over the 1. Sorry, the first time they met, and it wasn't really the case. I think the 1 got his legs clipped and he lost a lot of momentum. I just think the 1's better than these. The 4's got an interesting trial on its card, but I didn't really like the 4's last run. I didn't think the 5 was the class. Like I say, I thought the 2 might hit the 3, so I put a line through the 3. The 6 would be a player. Should lead wide. But yeah, I'm with Kingsmill Coyote. I just think he's got a very good draw up the fence, and he's capable of doing a 1740, which would be probably too good for these.
So Doggesser's selection in race 6 is trap 1, Kingsmill Coyote. Race 7 is a D4 over 275 metres. Red Brick Josh in 1, Eden Simba in 2, Lady Mystical in 3, Dream on Penny in 4, Eden Bolt in 5, and in 6, Bogger Linden. Doggesser, what do you fancy?
I'm going to bet 2 dogs in this race. If I can get on at the early prices, that is. Bogger Linden has got such a draw here. Eden Bolt is desperate for sort of the free box. Red Brick Josh is going to lead the inside, but Bogger Linden just has such a draw. And she's very capable of doing a 1760, and I think a 1770, 1775, would win this. But I'd probably save on the 1. I think that's the only other runner. Like the 5 would be as fast as these, but it's just too far out, and it'd have to cheat. So yeah, for me, I'm going to play 6 and 1. If I can't get on the earlies, I'll probably just play the 6 on the draw and maybe save on the 1 to beat 6 forecast.
So race 7, Doggesser's going Dutch with trap 1, Red Brick Josh, and trap 6, Bogger Linden. Race 8 is a D2 over 275 metres. Bushrack Sweet Pea in 1, Chieftain Snow in 2, Sheriff Baby in 3, Esprit Gwent in 4, Ballymac Rockway in 5, and Santa Snow in 6. Doggesser, what do you fancy?
Yeah, I'm with Bushrack Sweet Pea. Look, she's run against the 2 a couple of times now and beat it both times to the corner. Last week, the 6 came across her, which was the Bitview Leo dog, after she missed the break and paced up like an absolute lunatic. The 3 and the 4 have got a lot to do on debut. This is probably a D1 without it actually being a D1. It's the top end of the D2s, if you will. The 6 isn't a sprinter. I can't have the 2 beating the 1 to the corner, so I just can't have the 2. And look, the 5 might lead wide, and that'd play if it did. But yeah, I think Bushrack Sweet Pea looks well in here. I've got her in about 5 to 4, 6 to 5. Yeah, I'm with Bushrack Sweet Pea. I think she's a good thing.
So Doggesser's selection in race 8 is trap 1, Bushrack Sweet Pea. Race 9 is a B6 over 450 metres. Bellagio Breeze in 1, Masher's Lass in 2, Fleetwood Daisy in 3, Break a Day Ebony in 4, Bellagio Bye Bye in 5, and in 6, Shay's Gift. Doggesser, what do you fancy?
I'm going to next best Shay's Gift. Look, Bellagio Breeze is a thinking dog. He's not a dog who wins many. No matter what happens with the 2 and the 1, whatever goes round in front there, I think the 2 will actually lead the 1. But I think the 1 will get to it at some stage, probably by the 3rd. I think the race will slow down a little bit. Fleetwood Daisy can't get round. Break a Day Ebony's going to dart inside a little bit. Somehow caught a break last time. It flew out the lids and won about 8.25 lengths. But it's the first time it's shown absolutely anything. The 5 is paceless. I actually think the 6 can lead out wide. And if the 6 does lead out wide, all it'd have to do would just be stand up and not get touched. And it would win. Like I said, I've got it in probably about 4 to 5, 8 to 11. Shay's Gift. I just think the race it's just a perfect makeup for the dog like. And, it can do a 28.60 in a solo. So I think tomorrow's the makeup it's been crying out for. And like I say, the inside's tangle. Same. If even if the 1 leads, it'll slow the race up. So yeah, I'm with Shay's Gift. I think it's a very good makeup for the dog.
So Doggesser's selection in race 9.
My next best.
is trap 6, Shay's Gift, and that's his next best. Race 10 is a D2 over 275 metres. Dominica in 1, Glashidi Rock in 2, Sheriff Harty in 3, Ballymac CC in 4, Miguel Blue in 5, and in 6, Barnfield Quest. Dog guesser, what do you fancy?
I've gone with Sheriff Harty. Now, the 1 and the 2 are not the best at the cans. The 2's no certainty to clear the 1. If they broke level, I'd expect the 2 to clear the 1. But there's just no guarantees of either of them. They're both just sort of like misbreak early pace type of dogs. The 3's got some trial times on its card of like 1730s, 1740s. That'd be enough here probably. The 5 looks like it's a little bit too wide in 5. Barnfield Quest run well last time when it was when it won a really weak D3 and it hosed up when it missed a kick. But the time it was in with like Dominica back in this class, you know, it led and got beaten neck. Quest would have to do absolutely everything right here, and hope there's a little bit of trouble in behind. But I just think the 3 wouldn't have to be anything more than its trials. I just think if it is a proper sprinter, it's going to lead the 1 and the 2. There's a lot of ifs, like, because I've never seen the dog or I don't know anything about it. But I'm going to put up the 3 just because it's done some okay trials. It might be completely paceless, I don't know, but it wouldn't have to be much more to win here. So yeah, I'm with Sheriff Harty. I think that's my pick.
So dog guesser's selection in race 10 is trap 3, Sheriff Harty. Race 11 is a B7 over 450 metres. Hillcroft Baby in 1, Nettie's Turbo in 2, Nice to Meet Ya in 3, Bellagio Bond in 4, Breakaday Jade in 5, and in 6, Breakaday Jet. Dog guesser, what do you fancy?
I'm with Bellagio Bond. This is another dog that I could have probably napped or next bested. He's going to need his own way. The 3 is completely paceless and can't clear the inside, but it does stay. But it's one of them dogs that will just plod at its own pace and do 29.40. The 5 and the 6 never break. They just completely miss them every time. The 6 is better than the 5, though. But yeah, look, the 4's got nothing around it. The 2 might lead the inside, but it didn't show anything from sort of 2 to 3 last week when it led. I just think Bellagio Bond's gonna go around here, and if it gets round on the skin, it can probably do 29.20, 29.10, and if it does that, that'd be comfortably enough. I've actually got him around the even money, a shade of odds on mark. But like the only other player in the race I thought was the 2. They're the 2 sort of unexposed dogs out of the race. But yeah, Bellagio Bond for me.
So dog guesser's selection in race 11 is trap 4, Bellagio Bond. Race 12 is a B2 over 450 metres. Dungannon Trader in 1, Floral Print in 2, Be My Guest in 3, Canter Glass in 4, Feign Pink in 5, and in 6, Bungee. Dog guesser, what do you fancy?
I'm with Floral Print. Dungannon Trader's not this class. It's not going to go to the bend with some of these. In fact, it's not going to go to the bend with any of these. The 2's going to lead round the inside. It's got some weird form on its card. Like it's got some sort of 28-20 runs when leading, and it's got some 28-70 runs when leading. But if it was to come away tomorrow and do, say, a 28-30, that'd be enough. The 4 would be beat when it didn't lead. The 4 will actually lead the 3, and the 4's got very, very good pace, but the 5's going to cut down on it ever so slightly. It's got some nice Newcastle form. It looks, an A3 type, plenty of early pace, but it's going to be cutting in on the 4, and it's got the 4 to clear. So I think the 4 and the 5 might just get in each other's way. The 2 will nip round the inside and lead, and I think whatever leads out of them 3 will be enough to win the race. The 6 has got a good makeup, and it run a lot better last time when there was a lot of money for it. But I think they put it in, high enough here. For me, it's a 28-40 dog. And I think the 2's a dog that can definitely do, sort of 28-30. And it's destined to get a run round the inside. So yeah, I'm with floral print. I think this is one of the better bets on the card. If it had the red, it'd be sort of nap material, but just got to do it right at the start and lead the one.
So Doncaster's selection for race 12 is trap 2, floral print. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you click that subscribe button. Cheers.